Well, it's been 6 months to the day since Hurricane Sandy rocked the East Coast. In the storm's wake, 147 people were killed. Some 161,000 families were displaced from their homes, and states from New York to New Jersey suffered from billions upon billions of dollars of damages. There have been some notable improvements in relief efforts, but for the families affected by this megastorm, recovery has been slow and stubborn. 39,000 people are still displaced in New Jersey, and some parts of the disaster area have been left untouched. And now, even more bad news. Mold is infesting the houses that fell victim to the storm, and even FEMA's new flood mapping system is causing problems for residents there. For a look at the recovery efforts from the ground, Occupy Sandy organizer Greg Horwich joins me now. Hi there, Greg. Now, you've worked closely with the community of Rockaway Beach, which has been hit incredibly hard by Superstorm Sandy. Can you describe what it looked like 6 months ago and what it looks like now?
Sure. I've been working throughout the Rockaway Peninsula, and I think that Sandy wasn't really a natural disaster. It was a natural occurrence that exacerbated the disaster of longstanding policies. So I don't want to overstate the difference. We're not in the acute relief period, but it's going to be a long time before the community has really achieved anything like recovery, much less some kind of resiliency marked by improvement.
So, Greg, describe specifically what is it like on the ground right now?
Well, there's longstanding problems of poverty, lack of access. Those things are aggravated by breaks in the communication systems, transportation system, which still isn't back up. That's what it looks like.
Absolutely. Now, the Sandy relief bill was famously held up on Capitol Hill, but now it's passed. Harsh critics like New Jersey Governor Chris Christie have toned down their rhetoric. Here's Governor Christie talking about the president and Superstorm Sandy over the weekend.
Listen, the president has kept every promise that he made. And the fact is that that's what I was saying at the time. What I was saying at the time was I was asked about how was the president doing, and I said he's doing a good job. He's kept his word. And so everybody knows that I have about 95% level of disagreement with Barack Obama on issues of principle and philosophy. But the fact is we have a job to do. And what people expect from people they elect is to do their job. And since that time, I have to say, everything that they promised they would do, they've done.
So, Greg, what do you think? Have the communities you've worked in seen any of the funding from this bill? And if so, why are there still 39,000 people that are displaced?
Well, I'm not a policy expert, but a common refrain in the community is that the value isn't being left in the community. So regardless of where the funding goes, we have to, I think, use this opportunity of recovery funding from Sandy to create new structures and improve value chains so that, for whatever money is earmarked, the greatest value is actually landing in the community, and in fact could even include investments through which the community itself will create value.
Now, right after the flood destroyed houses, the debris and destruction were the primary concern. Now, 6 months later, we're seeing more of a secondary type of destruction. Things like mold have sprung up on the houses. Can you talk a little bit about that and whether this is getting any attention as much as, anyway, the initial destruction did?
Right. So mold did not just spring up. It was caused by contamination from sewers overflowing, but again, that's a breakdown in structures. And in fact, you talk to people in NYCHA housing, they've been living in mold for 6, 7 years. So again, this is a chronic problem. I don't think it's been getting enough attention, maybe in part because there are liability issues. The city had a program called Rapid Repairs that did tear-outs in houses and then replaced sheetrock without properly remediating mold. So that's actually quite inappropriate and irresponsible, and maybe exacerbating problems that can lead to acute respiratory illnesses.
Finally, Greg, I want to show you a map of the FEMA districts for which the flood zones are now being redrawn. This redistricting will